the Overland Expo in the motorcycle section, and I met Victor, and he's going to tell you about an awesome bike I just saw here. What do we got here, Victor?
Well, this is the Zero, and this is our FX model. The FX is your street legal motocross bike. Range on this bike is about 70 miles of average city driving, about 35 miles for aggressive off-road or highway riding. The FX is unique in that it has a removable battery pack system. You can actually hot swap your battery packs, put in a fresh set. Standard charging on a 110 wall outlet takes about 3 hours to fully charge.
Wow, that's not bad. Is it fairly easy to get to those batteries?
Yes, on this bike actually it's real easy. There's a small lock right here that you pop off, and then the whole sidebar comes off.
Oh, I see.
And then the batteries just slide straight out.
So it comes sideways. Okay. You don't have to take the seat off.
No,
Oh,
no,
nice.
it comes straight out of the side.
Nice.
This bike in particular has been very popular with flat trackers now. We actually have quite a few people running these in flat track. They like the fact that no clutch, no gears makes it very easy to get in there and drift, just pure throttle to get it in there.
Because you get instant torque, right?
Instant torque, and you don't have to deal with any of the maintenance issues. There's no chains to adjust, there's no gas, no oil, no spark plugs, no engine rebuilds. Really just excellent as a competitive bike. Very popular in that arena. I call it the hooligan bike. I'll tell you what, just riding it on the street is a lot of fun.
Oh, I can imagine, man.
70 foot-pounds of torque with 280 pounds, and it'll do some seriously interesting stuff.
So let's kind of go from front to back and kind of point out what we're looking at here. So what kind of brakes, suspension, lights, all that stuff?
Yes, we have the J1 disc brake system. For 2015, we're running Showa suspension components on all our 2015s. The 2015s also have Bosch ABS brake systems as a standard feature for 15. So nice setup there. On the 15s, they added a set of rear foot pegs as a standard feature. On our 14s, they didn't have passenger pegs.
Nice.
Bike is capable of up to a 765-pound gross vehicle weight, so definitely carry 2 full-grown adults.
I noticed your chain, it's not even a chain, right?
Belt,
it's
final
a
drive,
belt.
they're Kevlar type belt.
Kevlar belt.
Very long lifespan. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever actually seen anybody need to replace one. If you got a stick or a rock or something, you might throw one that way. But in conventional wear, we've got no gears, we've got no clutch. Your direct drive off the motor, no tensioning adjustments. The belt stays nice and taut. Really just super durable. It's really the best option, and very quiet. The ride is very quiet. The FX itself in our military version, which they call the MMX, comes with a chain final drive, which is an option you can get for the consumer model.
Yeah, that was the one I saw at SHOT Show then.
Yes,
yeah.
and that's actually the model that are catering to our special forces, Navy SEALs, Delta operators, those things. They're phasing out the KLR diesel-powered dirt bikes in favor of these. Much lower heat signature profile, better range, stealth mode, the ability to get them very wet without having the bike quit on you. You can actually pretty much submerge the bike almost completely without killing it.
That's nuts.
That's a big asset, especially for guys who they're dropping in with them into a area where there's a lot of water or whatever. They can actually drop in, float it out, get it up, get it mobile, and get it going without having to worry about the bike needing to drain.
And that brings up a good question, because it's actually raining right now as we're talking. Talk about that.
Totally waterproof battery packs. Matter of fact, in our assembly line, when they get to the final phase, the battery boxes as they're being assembled actually go into a shower system where they get blasted with high-powered jets from all directions for about half an hour. They actually have to be completely watertight. So you're not going to have any problems with water. I mean, that's most people are like, can you ride your motorcycle in the rain? Yes, you can ride your motorcycle in the rain. These are even better. If you start dealing with flooding, street flooding, you can go through a much deeper level of water, all the way up to here, where you just can't do that on a gas-powered bike.
Nice. And no oil either.
No oil, no spark plugs, none of that.
Awesome.
No transmission fluid, no clutch. Very few moving parts.
There's a lot of reasons to buy this bike.
Yeah, the biggest one being you never have to buy gas again.
Yeah.
The other thing is it's pretty much brake pads and tires. That's going to be your maintenance. We have law enforcement agencies using them. They're finding their annual maintenance is pretty much just tires and brake pads.
Nice.
Where on their gas bikes, they're spending 10 times as much money on maintenance. You're seeing a lot of these, like LA County. They started out with 6 bikes. They've got double that now. Eventually, I would not be surprised if they got rid of all their gas-powered bikes altogether.
I may have missed it. What was the top speed on this
85 on the FX, 100 miles an hour on the DS.
Okay, so this is more street oriented.
Yeah, a little more street, bigger battery pack. You've got double the battery capacity. You've got a 150-mile range on our new 2015 models. That would be econo mode, riding in city. Highway, you're going to be about 95 miles. The bikes do have two different riding modes. They have a sport and an economy mode. Basically, you can milk more mileage out by running the economy mode. It gives you maximum brake regen, maximum engine regen. Sport mode gives you maximum top end, maximum throttle response. Just basically gives you the ability to really push the bike aggressively and ride it hard. I find riding mine pretty much daily. I'm getting about 128 mile range in city commuting on a full charge.
That's pretty good.
And that's riding aggressively in traffic.
Yeah,
I'm not a timid
awesome.
rider in traffic. I believe in being out front, dominating traffic. That's where you're safe. There's no lack of power. You do not feel underpowered. Matter of fact, I actually find that I'm faster than most gas bikes, especially 0 to 60. They just can't keep up.
Wow. I know the guys that are watching this video, or that are going to watch this video, they're probably going to be more of the, they're doing it for fun. They're going to be riding for fun, or commuting. But there's going to be a certain amount of guys that would buy this for, like, say, a bug-out motorcycle. Those guys are probably going to want to know, can you put racks on here?
Oh, yes. We have a full set of EV bags available for the dual sports. You can get tail pack, luggage rack, side bags. We have windscreens, rock guards for the hands,
everything basically,
crash guards for the side,
nice.
Everything you could possibly want. That's all factory Zero manufactured stuff provided directly by Zero. That's not even including what you're now able to find aftermarket. And with 2015, we now have Showa building all of our suspension. That says a lot about the universality of the parts, the fact that the major manufacturer says, hey, we want to put our suspension on your bike. You know they're not going anywhere. You know the aftermarket market is now looking at us and going, hey, we need to make stuff for these bikes. Better fairings, we have EV bags. You're going to have a wider variety of parts available to be able to go out and find stuff aftermarket now. So you're going to be able to set this bike up pretty much like you would any way you want.
So the big question is, again, I don't know if I missed this, but price, how much are the prices on these?
For a brand new 2015 and a dual sport, you're looking at $15,350.
So this one is $15,350. And the dirt bike?
For the dirt bike, you're $12,350.
$12,350.
And both of those bikes will have ABS braking systems and Showa suspension components.
So just a little bit more than most dual sports, but not a whole lot more. I mean, I was thinking,
the big factor is, again, you look at the aftermarket costs. When you have a gas-powered bike, if you ride that bike, especially if you commute, you could easily spend between $4,500 and $6,500 a year on maintenance, just maintenance and gas. Over a 2-year period of time, that basically is going to pay for this bike. So, you know, you do have your upfront costs. You buy a gas bike, say you spend $6,000. Over the next 2 years, you're going to spend $6,000 a year. You're actually going to spend more in 2 years on that gas bike than you're going to spend on one of these.
I'm ready to buy one of these right now.
The most satisfying part about it is riding in traffic, smelling gas, smelling oil. You don't normally, when you're in traffic and you smell that on your vehicle, the first thing you do is look down to make sure you're not leaking oil, leaking gas, you're not gonna have a fire.
Especially if you're sitting there waiting in traffic.
And it's getting hot. It's very satisfying to know when you're riding in traffic, you smell any of that, you go, yeah, well, it's not me.
You know, we didn't talk about that. Heat, how do you guys handle the heat?
Extremely well. They're saying 105 degrees Celsius basically is the early temperature warning level. That's 239 degrees.
So is there a fan built in there?
No fan, it's just air cooled.
Oh, okay, just air cooled. All right. Right, okay, so, well, before we end this this video, your website, if guys want to contact you or learn more.
www.grandcanyoncycles.com. That's for our store in Mesa, Arizona. Or you can go to zeromotorcycles.com is the factory website.
Awesome. There you go, guys. This is an awesome booth at the Overland Expo. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about these electric motorcycles. Do you like them? Do you love them? Tell me what you think. Thanks a lot, guys.